Raggedy Dead Ann, and you're watching Die, Dolly, Die on HorrorHound TV, your source for all things horror. Want a little hint about today's episode? Dig through the ditches I burn, through the witches I slam, in the back of my First, we're going to wrap our minds around some fun facts about one of the most dark and violent movies we've ever seen. The Devil's Rejects! A film so terrifying, so brutal, even I had to pull my dreads over my eyes. But you know, just once, maybe twice. It's so bloodtastic, it even reminds me of all my favorite things. Blood. Oh wait, yeah, more blood. I'm so ready. Then we're going to know what it feels like to be locked up when we visit a prison. Themed escape room, that is. Kinda sets the mood for what's to come. Finally, we're going to wrap it up at one of my Twisted Tea parties with the amazing Pancho Moler.
Really? I really like that guy.
Aw, you said something nice. You're so sweet.
Careful, Annie. I know where you sleep.
Pancho is the star of Candy Corn and one of the stars from Rob Zombie's 31 and the upcoming 3 from Hell. I can't wait! Oh, really? You can't wait either? Let's get started! In 2005, audiences were both shocked and amazed with Rob Zombie's gore-tastic and utterly disturbing film, The Devil's Rejects. Rob Zombie both wrote and directed the macabre masterpiece. Rejects was the follow-up to 2003's House of a Thousand Corpses, a brutal film in its own right. But even the high level of carnage and corpses could not prepare us for the tormented twist that was to come. In Rejects, we follow the Firefly family on a murderous rampage through Texas while attempting to evade the ever-vigilant sheriff John Quincy Wydell, portrayed brilliantly by William Forsythe. The main focus of the film is around Baby Firefly, wonderfully portrayed by Sherry Moon Zombie. Otis Driftwood, who was played to perfection by Bill Moseley and Captain Spaulding, for which Sid Haig won Best Actor and Best Villain awards. You know, I'm pretty evil. I want my Best Villain award! Oh my golly creepers! The Covenant had an advance above a horror award! I'm so lucky! I just want to thank my dear friend Captain Spaulding and the rest of the Firefly family. I want to thank all the killers that paved this path before me and most importantly...
Yo, Annie, I'm gonna let you speak, but you don't really deserve that award.
Hey, I deserve this. Thanks for stabbing my fun and hanging it in the closet. Yeah. The overall tone of the film is incredibly dark, and there were many scenes that were so vile it took a toll on the actors themselves. Rejects was shot in Southern California on a $7 million budget in only 30 days, and by many is regarded as Rob Zombie's best work to date. I know many of you love Rejects and its perpetual and gratuitous violence as much as we do. So let's talk about some fun facts you may not know. Rejects had to be cut 7 times in order to receive an R rating from the MPAA. According to Rob Zombie, this was due to film's overall tone. The motel room scene alone between Priscilla Barnes and Bill Moseley was cut down by 2 minutes. Zombie has a long history with recutting his films. House of a Thousand Corpses was recut over a dozen times, and Zombie's remake of Halloween has 3 versions that hardened fans can enjoy. Writer and director Rob Zombie is a notorious fan of 1950s horror and sci-fi. He even hosted Bride of the Monster, an episode of TCM Underground in 2006. In one scene of The Devil's Rejects, if you look closely, you can see Bela Lugosi on TV in the background, pulling a lever. This is a scene from Ed Wood's Bride of the Monster. We all know that WWE legend Diamond Dallas Page was in the film as Billy Ray Snapper, one of the unholy two, the bounty hunters hired by Sheriff Lydell. What you might not know is another WWE legend and frontman for the heavy metal band Fozzy, Chris Jericho, was up for the role of Rondo. Jericho, of course, was considered too attractive to portray this gritty character, and the role was then offered to Danny Trejo. Have to be honest, we do love a little machete. At one point, Otis says,
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
This might not be a direct quote, but this is a version of a quote that was spoken by Manson family member Charles Watson during the Tate murders in 1969. A Banjo and Sullivan Greatest Hits album was released in 2005 as an official tie-in with the movie. In reality, it's an affectionate parody of 70s country by Jesse Dayton. It was so much fun to watch them die. It's almost just as much fun to listen to their album. Sherry Moon Zombie's brother has a small role in the opening scene of the film. He was on the set as a visitor and had a wealth of knowledge on handling guns. So Zombie asked him to jump in on the scene. The Firefly bloodline is a little hard to tackle with all the daddy issues, but I think I have this. Who is whose father? If I recall, Dr. Satan is hinted as being Otis's dad, but in truth, Otis isn't even part of the family at all. He was adopted, and in the Rob Zombie song Pussy Licker, the lyrics suggest that Otis's biological father's name is Tim. We do know that Spaulding is Baby's father. Mother Firefly is the mom, of course. But then again, in the song Pussy Licker, it's stated that Earl, presumably Earl Firefly, also known as the Professor, is the biological father of both Baby and Tiny. Rufus was fathered by another dude named Rufus, and Mama Firefly had been a prostitute. So that likely explains the confounding family history. I'm so confused. I thought Captain Spaulding's was Baby's mama's baby's daddy. Pussy licker. Pussy licker. Pussy licker, pussy licker, pussy licker, pussy licker. There were a few key actors who did not return to their roles in the film. Karen Black decided not to reprise her role as Mother Firefly, and the role was then cast with the amazing Leslie Easterbrook, who ended up having a much larger role in the film. Robert Mukes decided not to return as Rufus, who was then replaced with the very talented Tyler Mane. Mane went on from that film to be in a Zombie's next project, the 2007 remake of Halloween, where he played Michael Myers! Oh, I love Michael Myers. During Rob Zombie's first interactions with William Forsythe, they both expressed their admiration for actor Robert Shaw. It was their mutual admiration for Shaw that created their bond and solidified William's desire to play the role. Zombie has stated that he wanted Sheriff Lydell's character to be a combination of actors, like Lee Marvin and Robert Shaw. Scenes with Dr. Satan were actually filmed for rejects, but were left on the cutting room floor. Rob Zombie was quoted as saying, "Seeing Dr. Satan in this film would be like seeing Chewbacca to Bonnie and Clyde." I, personally, would have loved to have seen Chewie and Bonnie and Clyde. It would have been so good! Fun fact of a fact. Rosario Dawson also has a scene that was cut from the film where she played as a nurse, and good old Dr. Satan rips her throat out. I'll bet if she abandoned rejects, he would have saved her. Or maybe he would have just ate her remains. There is a place that several of the characters for both corpses and rejects popped up after the conclusion of Rejects. You can find them in 2009's The Haunted World of El Serpibisto, an insanely fun cartoon movie also directed by Rob Zombie. As a child, Rob Zombie witnessed a fat man running down the street naked and screaming after he had just been stabbed multiple times. It was that memory from childhood that led to all the brutality in the film that took place in the daytime scenes, as Rob Zombie believed it to be more frightening than when violence happens in broad daylight. Personally, I like my violence at dusk, but I'm more of a nighttime dead doll after all. Now, it's time to take another freaky field trip. In honor of 3 from Hell, Rob Zombie's upcoming sequel to The Devil's Rejects, we're going to get locked up in a cell. Well, they won't be able to hold us. Not this time. So, you're probably wondering how I got here. Well, it all started with an interview at the Cincinnati Escape Room. Hi, I'm Raggedy Dead Ann, and I'm here with...
My name is Osric Sable.
He's also the manager of the Cincinnati Escape Room. Can you tell us a little bit about this place?
Sure. So we have 3 escape rooms at this location. We're located at 2300 Montana Avenue. It's just off of I-74. We can accommodate private groups or large corporate bookings as well. Our 3 rooms, we have the Upside Down, we've got a Sherlock-themed room, and we have the Prison Break.
Ooh, that all sounds awesome.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
That's a question better answered in my fort.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is a really awesome fort. How long have you been here?
I've been here for 3 years.
3 years? That's a really long time. Has anything strange or unusual ever happened here?
Well, nothing has happened to me personally, but my friends can tell you a great story.
So what happened was, it was a dark night. It was just me and Peyton here in the escape room. There was nobody else here. So I decided to get up and go to the bathroom.
Well, when she went to the bathroom, I was all alone in the room because it was only us here. But then I heard banging coming from the prison break room. So I went in, thinking it was her messing with me, but she wasn't in there.
Yep, I saw her screaming at me, running from the back room while I was in the lobby. And I was very confused because I was just coming back from the bathroom, but she was so confused.
At this point I was angry, and I thought she was just hiding from me, but eventually I realized that it probably wasn't her because she was coming from the bathroom and she was insistent that it wasn't. But there was never anything in that room that we could find.
You guys never figured it out?
No, we never did.
Never wanted to go check to see?
Nope.
Oh, that story gives me such goosebumps all over. That story's so creepy. Oh, so tell me, what's your favorite room?
So it's not so much a room as a space in one of the rooms.
Ooh, can we take a look?
Sure, let's go see.
Oh, this isn't very interesting.
No, this is the most interesting. Because this is where we keep our monsters.
Are we going to Narnia? So cute!
All right, getting a little excited. Let's
secrets or give me any hints about how to get in the room?
No, we don't give away secrets like that.
Oh.
No.
Really?
Really.
Not for me?
Not even for you.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll be going now.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
Well, and that's how I got here. Yeah, guess this is my life now. Think I'll take a nap. Maybe make a shift. What's this? Dear Raggedy Dead Ann, I left you this map. I hope it helps you get where you're going. We'll see you at the next killing. Your friend in blood, Captain Spaulding. Well, it's a map. Well, you know what? I can't stay here. I have a show to run. Jeez. Maybe if I follow this map, it'll help me. Okay, so I go. That was so much fun! Told you they couldn't hold us. Now it's time for Axe Roll, please. It's time for a Twisted Tea Party with my very special guest, the one, the only, Pancho Moler! Yay! Hi, I'm Raggedy Dead Ann, and I'm here with Pancho Moler.
Hi guys, how are you?
Thanks for coming to my tea party today.
Oh, no problem. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Aw, thanks. So fans recognize you as the wonderful, I love it, Sickhead
Yes.
from Rob Zombie's movie,
Yes.
31.
Yes, that's what I'm most famous for right now.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. I got the role. I auditioned. I was one of the only people that had to audition for the movie because I was just new, and I had no idea I was even auditioning for a Rob Zombie film and just a killer clown, And I ended up booking the role and then got to meet Rob and realized it was a Rob Zombie film and it was going to be called 31 and the part was a killer clown, and then it changed slowly from just a killer clown to a Nazi killer clown, and then from a Nazi killer clown to a Spanish-speaking Nazi killer clown, and just a bunch of things got rearranged and changed, but it was awesome to work with Rob. It was, what a roller coaster. He without him, I would have never been brought into this world, this horror convention world that I had no idea even existed, so I'm really, really thankful for that, and just being able to go on a ride like that of a character that's just so hated by society, but at the same time in this world, he's just loved, he's glorified, and that's the kind of characters I want to do, just memorable characters. I don't need to be a leading man in anything. Just put me in. Let's see what we can do. And being able to work with Rob, he's such an actor's director. He's just so humble. It was a little intimidating because you see him in concert and he's just wilding out,
Yeah.
And then when he's behind the scenes, he's completely different. He's a total professional. He's very calm. He gives an actor their freedom, So it was great to be able to work with that. And as an actor, you want someone that's gonna be a good director, not someone that's gonna tell you something that you don't understand. And
Right.
Rob obviously just allows an actor. He hired you for a reason, so he's gonna let you. He directs you if he wants to, but he lets you do what you're gonna do, what
Yeah.
you did in the audition or whatnot. So it was a good time. It was a good experience, and it brought me into this world. So I'm really grateful and happy.
Good. So you're busy a lot. You got a lot of stuff going on. But the thing is I've heard a lot about candy corn.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, candy corn, it's crazy the way it works. Usually films are shot in a month or 2 months, and then it's a 2.5 year turnaround, Candy corn was the complete opposite. Candy corn was shot in 2.5 years.
Wow.
And then the turnaround on it, they did a private screening for it last night. And that was 2 months. We got done shooting literally 2.5 months ago.
Wow.
So, and with that, I met Josh. Josh actually did the behind the scenes of 31. So I met him on the set of 31. It was called In Hell Everybody. He did the documentary of the making of 31. In Hell Everybody Loves Popcorn. And so that's how I met Josh. And then Josh wrote Candy Corn and then had a vision for it. He directed it and he brought me in and I got to play a completely different character. Evil as fuck, but evil in a way that's just more calm, more in control, knows exactly what he wants. Dr. Death is basically he runs this traveling carnival. Everybody that works for him is his family. He was born into this world and he's taken a lot of shit, so things happen and he ends up going crazy, but still being in control of everything. And that's basically all I can give away from Candy Corn for the people that haven't seen it. But if you were ever bullied, it doesn't support that, but it creates a world where there's revenge on that, and it was an awesome experience to be a part of, working with Josh. He's a good director. He's very meticulous. He knows exactly what he wants. He already has it in his head, and I've never worked with someone like that. That he'll be like, all right, do what you're gonna do, but then also I want you to try it this way too, because that's how I envisioned it in my head. But sometimes, when you edit all that together, the take that the actor was able to bring in his choice works better than what the director did. So it was kind of cool to be able to give two different versions of something, what you want and then also what the director wants.
Right.
But yeah, it's a fun project. It was a great movie. It was awesome to be able to watch it with an audience.
I can't wait to
You know?
see it.
Oh man, I wish you would have gone last night. What happened?
Yeah, I was just doing some
Yeah.
interviews.
No, I get it. No, it's all good. It'll be out. It's gonna be the perfect Halloween treat.
Yeah.
I think people are gonna like it a lot.
Oh, so excited, so excited. I also found out that you find time to paint. What are your
Yeah.
inspirations for your paintings?
I don't know, because like I'll go through phases that I don't paint for like 6 months, and then all of a sudden like I'm painting 3 things at a time, you know, painting something here, and then I wait for it to dry, and while this is drying, I'm painting something here. And my new inspirations have been like I've been painting on mirrors and painting like childhood heroes, you know, and like Biggie Smalls. Like I was very influenced. High school was like I listened to rap a lot. I listened to everything, but I really liked Biggie Smalls a lot. So I painted him. I painted the Hulk. You know, I loved the Hulk's character.
Hulk smash!
I paint really dark things as well, like Bruce Lee. I grew up with Bruce Lee, you know, like, so just whatever like comes to my head. I don't ever like create my own, like my stuff is never like, I'm not a good enough artist yet to like just be original. More of my stuff is representational art.
You're a great artist.
Oh,
I love
thank
your
you.
art.
But you know, it's representational art with like my take on it, you know. So, yeah, I like the mirror stuff. It's like, and some of the mirror stuff is like having art shows where the mirrors are hung at my height and my perspective. So like an average sized person will come and see it and like see the mirror like in my eyes, like in my world. So it's kind of cool. It's neat.
Oh,
It's different.
yeah. I know everybody out there is dying to hear about 3 from Hell. Can you give us any juicy details on 3 from Hell?
All I'm allowed to say, and I'll word it in the best way possible, it's my character Sebastian. I mean, people have seen pictures of him. He's a humble soul. He's the complete opposite of Sickhead, but still on the side of the bad guys. Rob Zombie is very good at making people root for the bad guys, you know, and so, and then 3 from Hell is basically a prison break thriller with Rob Zombie's twist, you know. Yeah, and I mean the script was awesome, and then when you see the people that they're using for the parts, you're like, I can only imagine what they're gonna do, you know.
Sounds exciting. I
Oh
can't
yeah,
wait
it's
for
gonna
that
be
one
good,
too.
and a lot of my scenes were with Otis, with Bill Moseley.
Oh, Bill's
So
awesome.
it was like fun to work with him. He's a great actor. He's just very friendly, very funny, but just intense and kind of scary once they yell action, you know. So it was a fun ride, man. I can't wait for people to see that, and I can't wait to see the turnout of it, you know. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a good fall, you know. Candy corn and then 3 from Hell.
So much going
Yeah,
on.
it's gonna
So
be
much
fun,
going on.
yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being on my show
Yeah.
today and joining me at the tea party.
Yeah, no problem. It was fun. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. Yeah.
And for any of our viewers out there, where can they find you?
I mean, you can go to my Instagram page. I'm not on Facebook. My Instagram page is P Moler, and then I live in Los Angeles. You know, I'm around. Just Instagram me, direct message me. You know, that's the best way nowadays. You know, I have fans or just even friends that I haven't talked to in ages, don't know their numbers. Went to school with them a long time ago, and they direct message me, and then we become friends again, and we connect. You know.
Nice.
So that's basically the only place, yeah. Right now, yeah.
Okay, well, Pancho Moler, everybody.
All right.
See ya.
Yeah, perfect.
That's it for this month's Die, Dolly, Die. Hope you found it spectacular. Make sure you stab the like button and subscribe buttons now, and you'll never miss another fun fact-filled episode. Until next time, this is Raggedy Dead Ann, and I'll slash you later.